I've got some PB Blaster. I heard that WD-40 is not that good, so I'm gonna spray that on where the drive shaft connects to the back of the rear end. I've basically been stuck for like the last, I don't know, hour and a half or so, trying to figure out how to disconnect the emergency brake. So if nothing else, I'm at least learning something. So it's time for Gearhead 704 After Dark. Welcome to Gearhead 704. I'm Matt, and right behind me is what we are working on today. This is my 88 FoxBody SSP. This is not my 88 FoxBody SSP. This is my 89 convertible, and the SSP is the new project car. So what I said in the last upload is this rear end here has got to come out because the rear end from the Tar Heel Fox here is going in this car. And Tar Heel Fox is getting actually 5 lugs. So doing a 5 lug swap on this car, but this is kind of like a domino effect. So the first thing I have to do is actually get the rear end out of this car. When I do, I'm gonna trade it in for the rear end that is already 5 lug, 31 spline axles for the convertible over here. And yeah, it's kind of gonna start our domino effect. Now, I do not have a lot of experience as being a mechanic, and I've never done this job that I'm gonna do today. Never done it. And normally I have some help for this stuff, but today I'm on my own. I do not have my technical advisor with me today, but I do have him on speed dial, so maybe we'll call him if I run into trouble. But I watched a couple videos online. Doesn't seem like there's too much to this to get the rear end out of the car. The biggest thing that I don't really know how to do yet is the e-brake, but I'm sure I'll figure that out. We also might get rained on, but we're in the garage, so that'll only mess up audio. So anyway, the first thing I gotta do though is I've got some PB Blaster. I heard that WD-40 is not that good, so I'm gonna spray that on where the drive shaft connects to the back of the rear end, get that soaking so we can get that thing off. So this should be a fun one, guys. Okay, so I got you guys under the car. The first thing I'm gonna actually do is I'm gonna disconnect this drive shaft here. It's got 4 bolts. 1, 2, a couple more up above. And got this can of PB Blaster. I'm supposed to like soak it and let it sit for a few minutes. So I'm gonna do that, and then yeah, we'll see if we can get it loose. I also do have safety gear on. Also too, by the way, you guys can see I do have my jack supporting my rear end there, so. Okay, that's gonna get old real quick. All right, yeah, so I got that soaking. Gonna let that sit for a little bit and try to break those loose. So hopefully I can get them off without using an impact or something. But yeah, we'll see. I've got my wrench on there, my 12. I've been having all kinds of trouble getting it to actually break loose. So I've got an idea. I've got the wrench on there, and I'm going to try and put this around that wrench, break this thing loose. I'm having all kinds of trouble breaking it loose. It's giving me a heck of a time. Could not get a 12mm socket on it. I don't know why. Because I read that you could, but for some reason it doesn't want to fit. So, nope. Oh, we'll keep trying. Okay guys, so I actually got that first one loose. What I had to do was I had to get a 12-point 12mm socket. The 6-point wouldn't fit on there. The 12-point did. And I'm going to demonstrate how I broke it loose to you guys because it's kind of funny. So, got a little extension here. Almost broke my wrench, but basically here I did one of these like that with 2 hands. All right, so now it's broken loose. It's coming free just fine. So it's almost out. Feel it. All right, 1 down. 3 more to go. Okay, so I figured something else out. You can spin the drive shaft by having it out of gear and no emergency brake on. That makes it a lot easier to spin the drive shaft. So anyway, I did actually figure that out on my own, but at first I was trying to turn the drive shaft and I was like, why isn't it turning? But Yeah, I told you guys I'm learning, so don't follow what I do, but just enjoy and comment below to help me out. So. Two bolts down. I'm getting sweaty now, aren't I, T-Web? Oh, easy.
Out. There you go. Got it.
Oh yeah. Gotta put it back in gear. And emergency brake back on. All right. Woohoo! Look at that. The drive shaft is freed. See that, guys? Got it off. These, I guess these are my U-joints here. Got some new ones of those. But yeah, for right now, the drive shaft is free and out of our way. Okay, so I've basically been stuck for like the last, I don't know, hour and a half or so, trying to figure out how to disconnect the emergency brake. I basically see two options right now. One is you have to remove this entire, remove the shoes here. Obviously, I've got the drum off. But one thing I see is that you need to remove the shoes completely, so taking these springs out and everything, and then you can get the e-brake cable out from the inside, I believe. Another option is if you can disconnect this cable, and this is just what I've seen online and read, then you can run a the box end of the wrench all the way down the cable and you know, compress it right here and get it off that way. So really, I've made no progress since I got the drive shaft out, unfortunately. I'm actually reaching out to a couple of my friends right now to see if they can help me out with getting the emergency brake off, but let me show you the other steps I gotta do. I don't know if I'm gonna actually finish this video, get the rear end dropped in this video. It might be the next video, I'm not sure, but here's the other steps I got left. Once that is done, then I gotta take the, get the brake lines off, which are running right behind there. And you can disconnect those from the back, I believe. Of course, the shocks, got to take the shocks out. Then the quad shocks as well. Then I should be able to lower the rear end down a little bit to get the springs out here. Once the springs are out, then it's just the upper and lower control arms. So the uppers being over there and the lowers being right here. So if nothing else, I'm at least learning something. So, but I think I want to get the e-brake out and the e-brake cables out next. I think that's the next best step. And I'm hoping that I'll still be able to do it in this video, but I'm losing light, so I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys, it's gotten dark, and I do have an update for you. I actually did not make any more progress, but I did call my friend Demon Fox. So if you look over here, I got to use this flashlight because it's so dark. But Demon Fox 5.0, by the way, if you're not subscribed to him and you like this kind of build your own stuff, he is a great resource for that. He does a lot of stuff on his channel. He's got an awesome car called the Red Demon. He's putting an On3 turbo kit in it, and it is awesome. So definitely check him out if you aren't already. See if you like his content. I love it. It's one of my favorite channels. So I'll put that in a link in the description below and up on the screen. Right up here, maybe? I don't know. Somewhere. But I was asking him, he was giving me help on this, and there's basically two options. There is this, so this is the emergency brake cable, I already pointed that out. And in here, you can see right in there, that's the cable. I might be able to disconnect the cable from in there to pull it out and reuse it. If that doesn't work, then what he was saying I could probably do is disconnect the shoes here, take the shoes off, and that'll definitely let me get to that cable and disconnect it. So that's what I'm gonna need to do. It's getting dark on me, so I'm probably not gonna do that tonight. All right, so you can see I'm sweating, I'm dirty. I tried a lot of stuff and just didn't quite work. I watched a lot of YouTube videos trying to figure that out, but I guess just consider this part one of the rear end dropping. I was hoping the whole thing would come down, but I didn't quite make it. If you guys have other tips on the brakes, you can definitely put those in the comments below, you know, how to remove that emergency brake cable. But I think that I'm gonna try out what Michael said. Actually, I definitely am. I also want to give one other shout out here at the end of the video to the One Stop Pony Shop. He is doing a giveaway on his channel when he gets to 500 subscribers, and also another one of 1,500 subscribers. I believe for 500 he's giving away a shifter, and for 1,500 he is giving away an intake manifold. So if you haven't checked out the One Stop Pony Shop, he's another how you do it yourself kind of guy. Works on his own car, just like Demon Fox 5.0. Both those guys turn wrenches. So if you like to see me turn wrenches, you can see them do it a lot better. So I wanted to give both of them a shout out. That's just what I do. Anyway, if you did enjoy this video, please hit the like button. If you're stopping for the first time or you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I'm really close to 1,000. I actually hit 1,000 today, and then it dropped. I put something up on Instagram saying I was 13 away, shot right up to 1,000, and then I gained like 10 subscribers in an hour, and then I lost 7. So I don't know if somebody was playing games maybe, but I'm not too worried about it. If you guys are still here watching though, I would really appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't already so I can hit that 1,000, because I've already reached the watch time hours. In fact, you need 4,000 watch time hours, and I've got 5,500. So I'm definitely killing it on the watch time hours. But anyway, that's pretty much it on this episode, and we'll see you next time on Gearhead 704. Stuck around, it's time for Gearhead 704 After Dark. One of my favorite things about this car is still the Dakota cluster. You don't get to see it at night very often, but it looks awesome. And of course, I still got these things that are going to go in the SSP. I spot a FoxBody. Where could we be? There's a FoxBody up here. Came over here to hang out with Terry, and he's blinding me. And he's still working on his car. He's supposed to be done working on the car. E-brake stuff too.
And I'm trying to get my son to drive this car, but I have this massive hill.
Yep.
So the e-brake has to work.
My car stayed over here for a week, guys. E-brake wouldn't work either. You had to stick a wheel chalk behind it, yeah. Apparently my e-brake sucks on my convertible.
It does.
Wait, say that one more time.
It does.
So this is why he couldn't help me, because he actually had a problem. Yeah.
Son, who just turned 16 and got his license today, and he really wants to drive it. He is driving it a little bit, but we keep finding really minor, kind of like punch list problems, like the final problems you gotta fix.
There's always something.
I don't have the right size socket.
So I'm gonna tell him what you told me about this spring. What's this spring do again?
So this went on the e-brake cable.
Okay. So you had to cut the cable because the cable's frozen. So you had to cut the.
So you can see how long that is?
Yeah.
That's how small this spring was compressed down.
Yeah, to the length of that.
The length of that.
So it shot out.
And so I used the cutoff wheel, cut the end off. Basically on the SVO, this goes on like that. You have this. There's like a head on that, and then this attaches to the rear caliper.
Right.
This was compressed all the way down. And when I cut the end off that, this thing shot off like a missile.
It shot off like the springs are going to do to me while I'm taking the rear end out.
Like these, yeah.
Yeah, these springs.
Yeah.
You did warn me about that, so I'm going to try to take that easy.
Them out yet?
No, I stopped on the e-brake cable.
You know, one of
it
the
was
things,
lame.
I don't know if you noticed, you have to take your
sway bar.
Probably have to take your sway bar out.
I don't know if I do actually. I don't feel like it's. I might.
No, it's not a must. It's not. You don't have to.
Literally, all I did was I just got the drive shaft out. That was it. That was lame.
So you didn't take shock bolts off?
No, I really wanted to get that e-brake cable off, and I spent like 2 hours researching it. So I'm learning when you work on your own car, you spend more time watching YouTube than actually making YouTube videos.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hold on.
All right. It's got me working. While pulling?
Yeah, while pulling.
Yep.
Wiggle around in all directions. Have an easier sequence for this. Hold on.
There we go. Woo. We got it out.
And there's some brake cable.
I grabbed the wrong side. Boy, that's hot. This is what was holding us back.
So them pins.
Yep.
And usually I slip a socket on there and it compresses them enough to pop this out.
Yeah. None of the sockets worked.
That trick wasn't working tonight, so I just pulled out the...
Wonder if it's too old.
Yeah, I just couldn't really get a good grip on it.
Yeah.
But cutoff tool.
Cutoff tool works. Yeah. It gets it hot too.
Dude, you want to talk about hot? Oh, you can't see it now, but I had a hole in my finger.
You're not supposed to put that finger up. So what do you do on Gearhead 704 after dark? Go to cookout. I was supposed to hang out with Terry, but he made me work, so. But we actually, in the back, have Mrs. Mr. Automatee. And she got me enough subscribers to go over 1,000. I know I said earlier in the video I wasn't 1,000. She hooked me up. Thank you. All right, I'd like to get a cookout tray with regular barbecue. That's a barbecue sandwich, is that right?
Sandwich tray, what's your food size?
I'll have Cajun seasoned fries and a corn dog. And to drink, I'll have a Oreo and Reese's milkshake. Also, what'd you say? Cheddar style?
Cheddar style burger.
A cheddar style burger with no mayo.
And a mint Reese's.
Anything else?
Yeah, a mint Reese's shake as well with that. You want anything?
Just mint and Reese's in the milkshake.
Yep. That's it?
Anything else?
Anything else? No, that's it.
It's gonna be 14.15 at the window. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. She told me I had to turn my car off. I guess the FoxBody's too loud. Just a little. All right, guys, this is the end of the video for real. Thanks to all of you that stuck around. And again, I did hit 1,000 subscribers during this video. So awesome. Thank you all so much. I have the best subscribers ever. And of course, I could not pass a gas station. 93, of course. So anyway, we'll see you next time on Gearhead 704.